Yes, indeed. It's good to be here, live and in person. Yeah, well, tonight we are going to be discussing a very, very important subject, and that's about the restoration of the African people and what we must do. The fact of the matter is that we, as a nation of people, we must realize the importance of restoring ourselves because it is so much that has happened to us as a people. There is a lot that is talking about what does the African need to fix themselves. What does we as a nation of people need? Whether we are here in the motherland or we are in the Caribbean, where self, whether in Europe or in America, wherever we are, there is some important step that must be taken in order to fix ourselves. And there is many out there, I'm sure, will be saying, well, there's nothing wrong with me. But I'm going to say, and I'm going to show everyone that all of us have been touched by the system one way or another. We have been touched by the system, whether we are on the continent or outside of the continent, whether we were the stolen ones or whichever the case may be, we are. So, as I said, it is important for each and every one of us and our development and for the future of our children. Listen to me carefully. The future of our children and grandchildren and great grandchildren down the line. We as a people need to restore ourselves, but there are steps that is need to be taken. One of the things that I am going to talk about, and the question that I really want to ask first of all, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Who do you see? Do you see an African, or do you see an African trying to be a European? You have to ask yourself that personal question. And so then you also must answer that question. No one else can answer that question for you because only you have that answer. I personally know who I am because I choose to know who I am, because it's a choice that we have, and it's a choice that we must make one way or another. We can fool ourselves all we want. But I'm going to say to our people tonight, one of the things to our sister who will play a great role in what we are about to discuss, the greatest role. And brothers, I'm not forgetting you, but we almost overstand our role. And I'm saying to our sisters, the major part of fixing the African people, to restoring the minds of the African people, is our sisters. Because you are first, and you must know that. So what I am saying right now, when it comes to our sisters, one thing I want to say to you guys, stop burning your ear. Stop burning that magnetic field that is on your head. Stop putting all these false here on your head that is actually disrupting your spiritual flow. It is disrupting the spiritual perception of you. It is hindering you from making you realize and understand who you are. As long as you keep doing that, we are not going to restore ourselves. Our women must stop striving to be European. Your hair is not that way. But because they know when you put on false hair, guess what happened? Or when you put a iron comb to burn the magnetic field that is on your head, your connection to the universe, you are destroying it. When you do that, they relax. Listen to me carefully. When our sisters put a iron in comb in the magnetic field and burn it, The Europeans, they know they can relax. That is why, if you look from in the days of the enslavement of our people, and I'm talking about the physical enslavement, that's one of the things they made our women did do, is push them to destroy that magnetic field. If you go and look at movies from way back when, you will see even the brothers had to put an iron comb in their head because they have to control them. You see, when you grow your natural ear, my dear sisters and my brothers, they realize that they can't control you anymore. Because when you come to the place of knowing yourself, everything starts to change. And I'm saying to our people, these are important steps for us to take. When I say to my people, look, I think most of you that know me by now know that I don't eat meat. I don't. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you have to, because everything is a choice and the choice is yours. So if you want to restore yourself in the fullest sense of the word, the thing that you must do, all that flesh that you are consuming is consuming you. All of that flesh that you are consuming, it is consuming you from the inside out. The fear that you have of things, it is because of how much of that meat product that you are consuming. Because when they kill these animals, they kill them and they are in fear for their life. They are in fear for their very life, for their existence. And that fear penetrates that entire body. So when you start to eat that meat, that fear is inside of you. They know what they are doing, my people. They know exactly what they are doing. So the more of this that you consume, you will realize the more fear that you have. Do you know that the most fearful people on earth is people who call themselves Christians who go to church? Do you realize that? They are in fear of everything. If I do this, Jesus is going to get me. If I do this, God is going to punish me. And so they won't do the things that is able to put them on the right course, on the correct course to fix what is wrong with them as a people. So we have to change that thinking, that perception. So that's what I'm saying. I am here to help you to see what you need to do, and what you need to do, we as a people, is to free our mind. Start to think for ourselves. Anytime, I guarantee you, my brothers and sisters, whenever you start to look inside that mirror and start to analyze what you are seeing, things are going to change very quickly. Once you accept that reflection of you who you see in the mirror, things are going to start changing quickly. But as long as you refuse to accept what you see in the mirror, then things is going to remain in a stagnated state. So when we as a people realize that is this self-acceptance, knowing yourself. When one used to say, when you used to go to church, they say, no one knows you better than God. That is foolishness. No one knows you better than yourself. That is if you choose to know yourself. There's no one knows you better than you. You know if you're going to tell a lie, isn't it? You know if you're going to tell the truth. There's no guessing about it. But who outside of you know those things? There's no one outside of you know that. So the fact is that because we know already what we are going to do before we do it, it shows that no one knows you more than you. So you can deceive even your very self. And a lot of times, that's what we choose to do, is to deceive ourselves by not accepting ourselves when we look and see that true picture of who we are in that mirror. That mirror tells you, accept, accept. And I always say, again, the greatest song that Michael Jackson has ever sang, a song, is Man in the Mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror and asking him to change his way, or her to change her ways. So no makeup can't make you into someone else. Burning your hair with an iron comb is never going to make you into a European. It is only going to make the European understand that you will not accept yourself as long as you keep doing that. That's the message that is sent to them, that they are still over you and they still are master over you. That's what they are seeing. That is the reflection that you are giving off. You see, it is because you don't accept yourself, that is why they continue to do the things that they do to you. Because the moment all of our people accept their self and start doing for self, then the whole dynamics of Africa and its people will change instantaneously. But because we learn to depend on a welfare system that has been designed to keep us in downpression, a welfare system that does not benefit the African people. Only people in Africa are in any of the diaspora that it does help. It is those who say they are rulers over you and I. Those are the only people that benefiting from the welfare of the European system. And whatever they get does not benefit us as a people. It only benefits them and their family and their friends. That's all. You know, if you know yourself, you will know that I'm telling the truth. And even those who don't know themselves know that I'm telling the truth once you do a little thinking for yourself. Just look around you. Look around you. And see the things that need to be done that is not done. It's so much in your community that has gone awry. Who is fixing it for you? Who is developing up it for you? Nothing is changing. So you must change. Because if you don't change your ways and your thinking to see that this does not make any sense, your people is still in the same position as they years from generation ago. They are still facing the same thing today. You might say, oh yeah, but I was the first of my family to go to college. We shouldn't even be happy to say that. We should think twice before that come out of our mouth, 3 times. You see what I'm saying? We have these people with their enslaved mind. Even those ones that are rulers, are leaders over a wonderful nation of people. But because they're so dumb, they have been so dumbed down, their mind has been taken from them, that they were willing to take trinkets when they have everything in their possession. You imagine if these African leaders who are so gullible and stupid, do you imagine if they come together as a nation and say to themselves and their people, let's take care of each other. We have all the golds in the world. We have all the diamonds in the world. We have the oil. We have all the natural resources that Africa needs to develop itself. Here is, when you look at the richness of the soil in Africa, you see, you can't understand why these leaders would do such a thing when, the agriculture could be the world's vastest land for agriculture. I can tell you, when people talk about starving children, I'm not telling you that there are some people here that is not hungry, majority. I can guarantee you that. Do they have a lot? No. What they have does not belong to them. They have the chief in the villages, and the chief will take the land and sell it to these Europeans to do development. For who? Not the Africa, for Europeans. And then they take them and go build up their big houses for themselves, and the people are still suffering. It's the same thing as the government do. You go to countries in the Caribbean like Jamaica's, St. Thomas, St. Vincent, St. Croix, you name them all. The leaders ain't no different. Because everywhere the Africans are, they get the same treatment. Recognize that we must deal with those issues first. Deal with yourself. And once you deal with and accept yourself, love yourself, and know yourself, then all the other problems that you face will be very easy and minuscule to solve. And that's a fact of life. It is not that great that we can sit down as a people and as a nation to solve these problems. It's only reason why we haven't. It is because all those that you keep voting for, putting in office and saying, oh, they're going to be a good leader. He's a good man. We are sending him there and he's going to change things for us as a people. Don't lie to yourself anymore. That's what we have been doing. We have been lying to ourselves and saying that these people are going to fix our problem. The only person that can fix your problem is you. When we come together as a nation of people and start to hold hand in hand together, and I'm not talking about those that are on the top. They are not my concern. Never have and never will. Because they have no intention to help you solve the problem that we face as a people, no matter where we are. Because no matter what they do to the African, whether at home or abroad, how much African leaders do you hear come out and say, no more shall you do this to my people? How many? When you look at the United States of America, and when you look what keep happening to our people here, how much of those congressmen and senators and whoever you have in position are a so-called leader over you, what have they done? How have they made laws to change a situation that your people can be at ease and at peace? They haven't done nothing. Why do you keep planting corn in the same spot, even though it never healed anything? You keep doing the same thing. When will we as a nation and as a people get it that we can't keep doing the same thing and expecting a better result? It doesn't happen. You're not going to get a different result. You must change your ways of thinking. Change your ways of thinking. Look at the thing from a different perspective. My people has been waiting for Jesus and God for a very long time, and yet nothing has happened for them. Nothing has changed for them. But those of us who decide, I'm not waiting on God, I'm not waiting on Jesus to do this, I'm going to do this because I'm the only person that can solve my problem. You can lie to yourself all you want. But like I said to my people before, anytime you can show me that this Jesus is going to come true for you, or this God that you're depending on, you just stop going to work and said, God is going to pay all my bills. God is going to see to it that I lack nothing I don't lack no food. Because Jesus says, if you just put faith in him, all your needs will be met. He says, anything you ask, I will give it to you. He didn't say go work for it. He said, I will give it to you. So you keep asking, but nothing keep happening to you. I have some people, they tell me that I'm a blasphemer. And God have nothing to do with blasphemers. So why is it that these individuals, when they're in trouble, they come to me and ask me for some help? If you call yourself a Christian and you said I'm a blasphemer, why are you coming to the blasphemer for help? How is there's no God in that? Because your God reject me, so you should do the same. Don't ask the blasphemer for anything. If anything, you should feel sorry for the blasphemer, but if you need advice, you come to the blasphemer for advice. When you have issue, you always find the blasphemer to help you to solve whatever problem you come across. Where is the God in that? You should just sit down and talk to God and the problem should be solved immediately. As I said, your pastor don't go to God. He never go to God for anything. He goes to you. Recognize that. Recognize that they never go to God for anything. It is just you that they come to whenever they need anything. You don't see him stand up on the podium and say, oh God, I need this car. Make it happen right now. Let me show my people how much faith I have that when I ask you for something, it's going to be done immediately. No, he's telling you how much money you need to buy that luxury car. Or he's telling you how much money you need to buy that luxury home. Or to make a bigger church. Or to send his children to university. You can't get around that. None of us can get around that. Because you see one thing, let me tell you something. With truth, I don't have to remember it. Because the truth will always be the truth. No matter what you say, no matter what you do. The truth is always staring you in your face. Just like when you look in that mirror. Just because you won't accept yourself doesn't make it any different. Doesn't make it not true. Because the truth is universal. And the truth is forever. And the truth will always stand alone. I don't need to tell a lie. Why do I need to? So I tell my people the truth. Whether they want to accept it, yes or no, it is totally up to them. Because I have accepted the truth. And I know how to walk alone. I am not here like the pastor to say my people, oh, give me money, I need money to do this. No, I don't need you to do that for me. I need you to realize that you must open your mind and that you must help yourself, and then we can help each other to grow. I'm not here to say, oh, I want to drive this car, I want to drive that car on the backs of my people. I don't need to do that. I can go out and I can work just like you, my dear brothers and sisters. Don't I have 2 hands? Don't I have 2 feet? Don't I have an eye? Don't I have all the ability to do what needs to be done? Yes, I do. But we can fool ourselves when we sit there and say, oh, God is going to solve all our problems. Show me the problems that God has solved for all of the suffering of my people in the world. Show me. Show me what he has done to solve my people's problem. No, my people, you must solve your own problem. The God inside of you must come out and do what needs to be done. That is the reality that we don't want to accept. Because it's just like staring yourself in the mirror and don't want to accept what you see. So you go put on a little bit more makeup. Or the man will go, maybe I need to shave my beard. I don't like how I look, man. We just can't accept the natural person that we are. No, we must look fake. We must look like the people who, I don't even know how to describe them, who hate themselves and who make you hate yourself. And that's who you're striving to be like. You see what I'm saying? That's what they do. That is what they're good at. We have to change that. We have to stop that ideology from penetrating into who we are as a people. It's not a time to continue on the same path anymore. It is time for you to shift and change direction. The whole universe is shifting and changing, but many of us will get caught on the other side. Many of us, even though the universe is shifting and changing, most of us will get caught on the other side. Because that road is very easy to take. The path of least resistance is very easy to take, and that's what we choose. Even though a lot of our people who call themselves Christian, they in America are in Europe someplace, and they're working 3 jobs in order to survive. Can't even get enough money to get a plane ticket to fly home to visit their family, what I haven't seen them in 10, 20, and 30 years and more. And yet we think we live in this life. Our family in these other countries are there thinking we're living this large life, so to speak, when we are suffering, when we are just propping up the enemy and all of his wicked ways that he's using to destroy our people. That's what we're doing. We are the one that is propping up the system, whether we want to accept it, yes or no. The fact is that you have our people, Africans, leaving from the Caribbean, from Africa, and they're going to America and to Europe to clean the shit of white people. The people who hate them, the people who cause destruction upon them. That's who you're willing to go. And even when they're calling you nigger, in that time, you're making an excuse and say, oh, they hold, they don't overstand. They overstand more than what they are doing. They do. It's only you fail to accept the truth that you shouldn't be able doing that or even think about that and saying that is a job. Come on, my people, wake up. You're cleaning the shits of your oppressor. And you won't do it for your own people. Even if your parents sick now, what you do with them? Oh, I'm going to put them into a nursing home. The Africans never used to do that. But we all of a sudden, we become just like the oppressor. They want nothing to do with anyone that get up in age in their community. So they drop them off in a nursing home. And we start to follow suit because we are imitators of them. Free your mind, my people. Free your mind and the body will follow. I hear my people in America running around about reparation. America can give you all the reparation in the world, but as soon as you get that reparation, they will have it back in their pocket the next day because your mind is under lockdown. Your mind is not free. If your mind is not free, then how can you think for yourself? How can you make decision that is going to make you a better person? It's not possible. They give you so much brainwash education and make you into such a fool that you're running around and talking about how much degree you have, and many times with all those degrees you can't find a job. You can't pay back all the loans that you have borrowed from the system, the same system that continue to downpress you. Tell me that I'm not telling you the truth. Because I know some people like to challenge what I say, especially those Bible-bearing ones of my people. They like to come with all this cockamania story. Live truth, and truth will live in you. Accept the truth and stop accepting the falsehood that you have been accepting for generations. Let it go and start to live. You haven't lived a day in your life. All you have been doing is existing. Just existing. Why don't you stop existing and start to live and let the system crumble all around you, and then you do what needs to be done? Because it's only you that is propping up the system. When I tell my people about the people that are holding you down and down pressing you, you say, oh no, these people are good. No, they are not. There's ones among us who look like us, and they are the ones that keep selling us out. that keep us into the place that we are. Man, people will praise the Moors. They will praise all these people. They don't care nothing about you. They are the one that sell you out to the enemy in the first place. A lot of people say, oh, that is not true. It is the truth. Go do your research for yourself. If you will accept the truth when it hits you. But most of us, we don't want to do that. We don't want to accept it, and we don't want to deal with it. And that's why we find ourselves in the position that we find ourselves. When are we going to wake up and stop lying to what we see in the mirror? Restore your mind, my people, because your mind is the problem, not your body. Everyone is talking about what the African need. No, the African need to be restored to themselves. And money will never do that, because money is not wealth, nor riches, my people. Stop lying to yourself. Money is just a piece of paper, and the enemy can make it null and void at any given time. And if you accept truth, you will know that that is the truth. Money will never set you free. It will only make you more miserable. Look in so-called Hollywood and look at all your people that are there. You think they are happy? That is just a facade. It's only a facade that you're seeing. And you thinking, oh, that's the life I want to live. Really? Go on. You look at their children, they are more confused more than anyone else on this planet. They don't know what to do with themselves, because a lot of their parents are alcoholic and drug addicts. Because when they think that fame and fortune was going to do it for them, they reach the top, so to speak, and realize that there's a bunch of nothingness that they are experiencing. And because they signed their deal, so to speak, with the devil, then they know that there's no way out for them. There is no way out for them. And we run around, oh, why don't they help the community? Stop it, my people. It's time for us to put a stop to this foolishness. Hollywood is never going to help you. No basketball, no movie star, no politician. It is a lie. These people are there to cause your destruction. Face the reality that is facing you. Face the reality, my people, that is facing you. Because as long as you keep yourself in this place, you're going to end up in a heap of trouble. We as Africans, what I see Africans doing, they are teaching the European how to play drums. They are teaching the European how to dance. We are doing everything to make the European feel comfortable or at ease with us. What did you do wrong, my people? What did you do wrong? You're teaching them your language. You're teaching them everything about you. Don't you get it yet? You leave the continent to go help Europeans to keep your people into a down-pressive position at all times, and you're not recognizing it because you don't know the truth. Because you look at them and they laugh with you and they smile with you and they tell you all these things, and you say, oh yeah, they are good. Oh, Jack is a good man. Oh, so-and-so is a good woman. But you can't see the truth. Because the first truth that you must know is that when you accept yourself and start to love yourself and start doing all these things, stop doing all these things to yourself, then you will realize and you will accept the truth. And every truth that comes to you from that moment forward, you will accept that truth because you will know it's the truth. Because only truth can set you free. So how can you tell me, just like if you have someone in your life that call himself girlfriend, I don't care what you want to call that other person, because the system have us so mixed up and so screwed up that it's just not funny. So how can you say you love someone when you don't love yourself? That is the first lie that you told. How can you say to someone that you accept them when you did not accept yourself? How can you say to someone, I know you, when you did not know yourself? We can run around and say all we want to say. But until we do those things, we will never accept a truth. So we will continue to live the lie. Because if you continue to lie to yourself, you will lie to everyone around you. You think you look good with those falls here that you have on your head? You really think so? That is just a mask that you're putting on. Because you are afraid to accept your true self. Isn't it a shame? Isn't it sad that the position that we find ourselves in is that instead of we sit there and think, wow, I'm a wonderful person and there's no one like me in the world. I don't care how much your son or your daughter look like you, they are not you. You are unique in your own right. So stop lying to yourself, my people. Wake up and understand what is going on. It is not the time to sleep anymore. We have been asleep for too long. We have been fooling ourselves for too long. Stop lying to your children. Start to teach your children your ancestral ways. We run from who we are in every instant because the enemy has demonized us and make us demonize ourselves. Just imagine. That is what has been happening to us as a people. So we make our children feel like they are of no worth a lot of times. We take away their what they call self-esteem, which is to know themselves and to love and accept themselves. We take that away from our children because we want to make the oppressor feel comfortable. We want to make this criminal that is running the world feel comfortable around us. There's no growth in comfort. There's only destruction in comfort. There is only destruction in comfort, but there is no growth in comfort. Oh, all I want to do is be comfortable, living with the enemy and making the enemy feel good about themselves. When you hear our young brothers and sisters to start talk about revolution, the older ones who is in the midst are, oh, you don't want to do that. You don't, please don't say that. They'll come and get you. That's what we are about. That's what we do. You have some of them, my brothers and in the community, oh, I'm an elder, you know, and this and that. But all he wants is a title. All he wants is a title to say that I'm an elder. That's all he wants, because he's looking for position. He's looking for titles. He's not interested in the young people. He's not interested in their welfare. So he keeps lying to himself and lying to them. Why you think things is not changing for us? Because our elders don't want to stand up for truth and justice for our people. When you look at these kings and all of these people that call themselves kings here on the continent, it's a shame and a disgrace. When you look at their community, only them living good. Only them seeing good days on their family. But they find every excuse why the position of the African people are in the way that it is. It's not that they are hungry. It's not that they're dying for hunger. No. But these ones take advantage of our people. And what's rightfully theirs, they take for themselves and their family. And then we same one run around and say, oh, my king is a wonderful king. How stupid can we be? Oh, my president is a wonderful president. What has he done for your community? Look at the schools that your children have to go to. You think his kids go to the school that your children have to go to? But you praise him and you laud him. Same thing you do with the preachers. Oh, my pastor, oh, he's got a Bentley, he's got a Rolls Royce, he's got a private jet. Oh, isn't it God bless him? How stupid can we be? You're the one that paying for it. Ain't no God dropping it out of the sky. Wake up, my people, and see that it is serious time that we're living in. Stop being fooled. Even the children know, these children nowadays, that these ancestors that are coming back, you can't tell them about no Santa Claus. They'll laugh at you. I know a lot of young people, you tell them about Jesus, they'll laugh at you. I have some young man that I know, they said, I don't believe in no God. I don't believe in no Jesus. My parents can believe all they want, but I don't believe in none because I know they don't exist. That's young people. They come to me and they talk to me. Because I don't shout at them. I don't make them feel like, hey, this thing that you're saying is wrong. No, I let them express themselves. Because they need to know the truth. And I will confirm it for them that these people don't exist. I'm not one that is going to lie to them, because guess what? I don't lie to myself. I have accepted the truth and the reality of life. Life is not what you want it to be. It is what it is, and you must accept it for what it is. But we want to lie to ourselves and think some sky daddy is going to dive down one day and solve all our problem. It is never going to happen. I am not sorry to disappoint you. I am only sorry that you keep staying in the position that you find yourself and won't come out of it. That's what I'm sorry for. I'm not sorry. I'll never be sorry to tell you the truth. Whether you hate me or not, it doesn't make any difference to me. Because you're not paying me to tell the truth. You can't pay me. I don't want no money from anyone. That's not what I'm here for. I cannot be bought, neither can I be sold. Because I don't care about material things. People say, oh, you don't care about material things, but you have some. Listen. I don't care about material things. I might live in a house, but the house is not me. And the house doesn't own me. If I have to walk away from it today and go sleep underneath a tree tomorrow, I will still be a happy man, and I'll still be doing the things that I'm doing. And I'll still tell you the truth. Because I am free from all of the burden that you keep carrying that you don't need to. Let it go. It is destroying the African people. It is destroying us as a nation. When are we going to wake up and see the reality of it all? My people, look at your children and see how they're suffering from all the lies that you continue to perpetuate and tell them. I am not here to give these young ones big sounding words. I don't need to. I need to tell them just as they will understand what I'm saying. You see? Just as I want it to be simple, because everything is simple, but only these criminals make life complicated. We need to stop. Do for your own. Everyone is doing it, but you are trying to do it for them. African people don't make false nails. African people don't make false hair. African people don't make false eyelashes. But who is buying them? Who is buying them more than everybody else? Even when you say you don't have money, you find the money to buy these things that make you look stupid. We find the money. Our sisters, and a lot of times the sickness of our brothers give them the money to say, oh, go get some makeup on yourself. Go put on some hair, girl. Go do this, go do that. Stop it, my brothers. Those false fingernails that sometimes you see our sisters, after a few years, these things are rotting off their real fingernail or their toenail. But they won't stop doing it, even though it's destroying them. This is what I'm saying is, do you know that the stuff that you use to clean nail polish off, it is acid that you are using, acid tone that you're using to clean the nail polish off your nail. Do you know what acid does to the human body? You ever really smell that thing and see how terrible it smells? We use that to remove stain. We use it to remove stain, acid tone. That's what our sisters are using. Do you see how far gone we are as a people? You putting on some nails that you can't even go. You got to be thinking, how am I going to get on the computer now? You got to change your way of typing in order to type something. How do we clean ourselves with those nails? How do we do that, my dear sisters? You see some of them with eyelashes so long, they can't even see out of their eyes. Why are you doing that to yourself, my dear sisters? You don't see the beauty in yourself? Don't you see that's a sickness and a disease? Don't you see that a cancer that you need to cut out? Don't you see who is getting rich off of all your suffering? Don't you see? Don't you see that you keep feeding the enemy? Don't you see? Don't you see? My people, wake up. Wake up, my people. Wake up and realize what is going on with you. That you're helping the enemy to cause your own destruction and the destruction of your children. Money is not wealth. Money is not happiness. When you have good health, that is your wealth. These are the truth, my people. Nothing when it comes to the physical material things will never make you happy. They will give you a good feeling when you just get them, but they get stale very quickly. Because you see, if you earn or you get a lot of money, your thoughts will always be, who is trying to take this money away from me? So you don't sleep good at night. Even your families, it starts to separate you from each other. When you have brothers and sisters who used to grow up in a house where their parents may have one room and the children all have one room that they share together, these children used to live good together, but all of a sudden now, these children grow up and they go out there and they, even if they come to visit their parents, oh, I have to have my own room, so guess what? Me and my children, we gotta go stay in a hotel. Because what they used to have that they value, that they used to be able to talk to each other, that they may be able to solve their problems where they have with each other. They have disagreements, but when they live in the same room, they will work it out very quickly. But when you're separated, what I see children do to their parents, they just say, oh, I'm going to my room, and they slam the door. When I live in my mother's house, I didn't have a door to slam. And if I did, my mother would kill me. You see? We don't value principle living. We value what the system tells us. We value that the system is trying to destroy us. We are valuing things that is to our destruction and not to our upliftment as a people. And when I try to show my people the ways that they should move towards, they will look at me and say, oh, I think he's going crazy. But who is the crazy one? Isn't it the one that continued to say that I'm going to continue to plant corn in the same spot that it has never bear? Isn't it that same one that is the crazy one? Don't they say when you keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, that is a sign of madness? I don't keep doing the same thing over and over. I don't need to. I don't need to. I just need to continue on the journey that I am. And every day I look in the mirror and guess what? I accept what I see. I know what I see and I love what I see. That is not going to change. It is not. So I am saying to my people, you have to stop whatever you're doing and start to think. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. When we talk to the brothers and sisters about Africa, they'll say, that place, hey, who want to go there? Is mud huts and lions and tigers and monkeys and giraffes and elephants and crocodiles and all these different things. Oh, I'm not going there. There's nothing in that place. You see, I'm telling you, it's the only reason why we do that is because we have been lied to and we believe the lie. We believe the lie and we have accepted the lie. Because we won't take it upon ourselves and say, let me go check this out for myself. Because we become too lazy, too complacent, too comfortable. That's what we have become. And that is what is our destruction. Our destruction will be at our own hands. Because we don't want to examine the evidence that is being presented to us and to say something is wrong. Let me go check it out and let me bring my children to go check it out and see if this is true or not. When I tell my people, you go fly into Africa, go to the Ivory Coast, go over to Cape Coast in Ghana, check it out. You will see the slave dungeon for yourself. Many of them are here with the church on top of the dungeons. All of them have a church. They call them a castle, but I call them a dungeon because that's what they were for my people. They have the door of no return. They had all of that there. It's still there, my people. No one is trying to fool you. So this God that helped them to enslave you is the God that is going to rescue you. How dumb is that? That is an unreality. That is being foolish in your way of thinking. It will cause your own destruction, my people. I am saying to you, wake up and see what is going on and start to change your destination. You have the right to decide your own destiny. Stop allowing your oppressor. Stop allowing all these criminals to decide for you. Just like the criminals telling people, you must wear a mask all day long. My people, why is it that you're destroying yourself with a mask over your face and your nose all day long when you are not breathing in any fresh oxygen? All you're breathing in back is the carbon dioxide that is killing you. You know why you accept that? It is because you don't accept yourself and you don't accept the truth. Because until you accept yourself, then you're not going to be able to accept truth. Restore your mind, my people. Set yourself free. Go outside. You see our people, they're walking in the street, not in a building. They're walking in the street with a mask on in the hot sun. Because these people are destroying you and you are failing to see it and accept it because you didn't accept yourself. Because if you did accept yourself and know yourself and love yourself, you would not be doing that to yourself. You have even those ones on YouTube of our people. He's encouraging our people to wear masks to protect themselves. From what? What is it that you're protecting yourself from? Why are you trusting into the liars, into the criminals that continue to criminalize our people, that continue the destruction of our people? You see some of our elderly brothers and sisters, they hardly can breathe. They're ready to fall out and they have a mask over their nose. Carbon dioxide poisoning is going to destroy you, my people. I promise you that. It is no corona. It is no COVID-19. It is you that is going to destroy you because the enemy has have your brain on lockdown. And I'm here to help you to free yourself from that oppression. You think if you stand up, you think if all of you stand up, they can do this to you? Stop being afraid. But I'm saying to you, the food that you're putting inside of your body, it is what causing the fear to stay within you that you won't do for yourself. That you won't stand up for yourself even when it is killing and destroying you. These are the facts of life, my people. Stop hiding from the truth. Stop hiding from the truth and set yourself free. You can sit and lie with the enemy and think he's going to one day say, oh yes, everything is going to be fine. I'm going to set you free. I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that. Stop it, my people. Recognize, realize that the only person that can set you free is you. But you must love yourself in order to set yourself free. Remember this. Self-love is rebellion. Because when you love yourself, you're going to realize all the lies and you're going to do something to overturn those lies with the truth. That's what you're going to do. But if you want to keep hiding from the truth, whenever you go in front of that mirror that is pointing you and telling you who you're looking for, which is you, whenever you go in front of it, just keep putting on makeup. Just keep putting on the wigs. Keep taking the iron comb and burning that magnetic field that is on top of your head. You see? Your hair is the only hair on planet Earth that can do that. It will stand up against the most powerful force, with one of the most powerful force, gravity. What can stand against gravity? Then how come the hair on your head is standing up against gravity? Because it is so powerful that it's just not funny. But you fail to accept that. You fail to realize that. That's why you keep doing what you're doing to it. And that's why you continue to suffer. That is the reason why. Because we don't want to accept the truth. And we don't want to fix the problems that we face as a nation and as a people. That is not a good place to be. It is not by any means. When are we going to realize that we have children that we need to teach? That we need to teach the truth to? Stop lying to them. We have done it for too long. I'm saying to us as a people, whether we are on the continent or wherever we find ourselves at the moment, start to think. Start to look into what I am saying. Start to recognizing what you must do in order to change the dynamics. Because only you can change that. And the more we do it as one individual and then another individual, then it's going to have a chain reaction. I'm not telling you that everyone will change. Because some of our people, they love the enemy. No matter how the enemy treats them, no matter how and what these criminals do to them, they will accept them, they will smile with them, they will do everything to keep them at ease. That's a sad place to be. It is. And I'm saying to my people, unlock your mind, because your mind does not operate. It is outside of you that someone is playing that game with you. Someone outside of you is doing all the things and saying and giving you things to control your mind, the schools and everything around you. It is what is plaguing and controlling your thoughts, your action, and everything else. It is not you. You are not the decider of the things that you do. You can lie to yourself, but you are not the one. The decisions that you are making, it is not for your fulfillment, not for your acceptance, none of those things. It is not for that. It is someone else pre-programmed you. They are programming us as a people to continue to accept their bad behavior, their criminal activity, and we continue to accept that. And we continue to do as they want and wish us and desire us to do. As I said, it is only you can change that, because you have to start thinking for yourself. Because if you don't, then it is the end of you, because self-destruction will follow. You look at how much of our young people are losing their existence. They don't live no life. They're in their teens and their 20s. They're gunning down each other. They are doing all kind of evil things to each other. You think they just get up and did that? No, we have been a contributing factor to that. The ones who are supposed to be elders and parents in the communities have failed our people. We have failed our children. We have failed the next 20 generation if we don't stop this madness that we find ourselves in. How long are we going to do this to our children and lie to ourselves that we are not a contributing factor to the way our children is coming out and turning out? That is part of the sickness that we must cure, we must heal. And westernized thinking and westernized medicine is not going to fix that. The only remedy for it is the African remedy. And I'm saying to my people, come together as a collective. Those of us who truly want to see our people grow, I am saying to us, come together and let's put hand in hand and let us work together in unison. I'm not saying that we're always going to agree on everything. It's not possible for us to always do that. But we can agree to disagree, so to speak. When we realize it is not about us, it is about the people. It is about our people. It is not about position. It is not about, oh, you know, I am a chief, or I'm an elder, I am a this. No, it's not. When you let those things get to your head, then the enemy knows exactly how to use you. It is your people who you need to make sure that they have what they need. Then your needs will be fulfilled. You see, all that greed, it leads to nowhere. All those who think, oh yeah, I'm living this large life, they are sad people. They are sad people. And a lot of time they end up alone, or they end up suffering. And when they get to a particular age, their family or no one wants you to see them, because they can't live with themselves anymore. So they shit on themselves. And someone have to clean them. And a lot of times, it's someone like you. That's unfortunate, my people. Yes. They tell us that we need them, but it's them that need us. We don't need them. We need them for. What benefit are they serving? What purpose are they serving? They're serving a purpose of destruction to you. That's what they're doing. You think they will go out and till the soil for themselves? You think they will go out and do what is right for their people? They will not. When the politicians are passing you by on the road, they have lights on their car like they're police officers. No matter how much traffic, everyone will pull aside and let them through. Don't you need to go where you need to go? Is where they need to go more important than you? They're going to tell some more lies and to steal some more money. That's what they're off to. They're not off to fix the problems that you face and your children face on a daily basis. They're not. You can lie to yourself. And you can tell yourself, oh yes, they are good people. If you want to keep believing that, keep believing it, my people. Convince yourself, because it's a con game being played on you. That's why I'm telling you to convince yourself, because you keep lying to yourself and calling it truth. There is no truth in that. Truth is in its self-acceptance. Truth is in knowing of self. Truth is in loving of oneself and being oneself. That is where truth comes from. And if you don't have those characteristics or those qualities, then you don't know any truth. That is just the reality. That is what we are dealing with. So until we get to that place where we can accept ourselves, then we are wasting our time. We are. This is what I'm saying. We're looking around and we're looking around at everything else that is going on. But the most important person in life is you, and you never accept that person. That is a problem, my people. That is why the problem does not get solved. Reparation, like I said, will never solve the problem. This is not a money fixed problem. It is not. It is a you fixed problem. The enemy who has put us in the place that we are is not going to solve the problem for us. It is not to their advantage, but to their disadvantage. It is for us who desire to see our people upliftment and our, as a nation, the upliftment of each other. Is we that must come together. And I don't need no politician. I don't need none of those people that is down pressing their people. I don't need to see them. I don't want to know them because I don't care about them. I don't want anything from them. I just want to see my people come together. Those that are downtrodden, those that ones look down on and do all kind of manner of evil to them and think that they are getting away with something. But they are not. They are not. Because everything we do, there's a price to pay. And that is the truth. It's a truth that you can't get away from. You see. So I'm saying, people, let us come together. Let us work. Those who say that they are elders, those who call themselves community leaders, you want to do something? Stop worrying about money. Stop worrying about the size house that you're going to live in. Stop worrying about what kind of car you drive. But worry about your people. Worry about your people and their suffering. And come together and let us find ways to change that. Let us teach our people how to farm the land, how to build for themselves. Let us teach our people these things. Let us show our people our ancestral ways of living, our ancestral ways of doing things. Go forward to our ancestral science and all the things that our ancestors mastered. These people didn't master anything. These people didn't know anything. Whatever little they know is we that teach them. And we are the ones that continue to prop them up. So I'm saying to us as a people, when we come together and start to do these things, you will see changes so quick that you will not think for a moment that this could happen. But I'm telling you, it can and it will. But it's up to us. It is totally up to us as a nation to do this, because it is not, nothing is impossible unless you make it that way. Many times I say I do something and some people say, oh, this is never going to happen. See, those are people that are defeated, because there's no such word as never. There's no such word as can't, because you can do anything that you want to do. But because you were taught as a limited person, that's what you display. I am telling you, you are far greater than you know. I'm not asking you. I don't believe that. I know that you are greater than who you think you are, because you don't know who you are. That is why they are keeping you down. That is why they are keeping you in the position that you find yourself. That is the reason why, and the only reason. But the moment you find yourself start to doing for self is when you just start to live. That is when you start to live. So I'm saying to you, most of us, unfortunately, hasn't lived a day since we've been on this planet. We hasn't lived a day. We as a people, only time you start to live is when you come into spirituality and the knowing and loving of self and acceptance of self, then you start to live. Because that is the truth. And truth is what is going to set you free. But if you don't accept these things, then you're always going to deny yourself from ever knowing the truth. And you're going to deny yourself from living, from full joy in life. So that is what I'm saying, my people. It is the love that I have in myself for my people, that I'm here, that I keep coming to this place, that I keep sitting here with you and try to show you the way. That is what I'm here for, is to show you the way, that it is there and it is clear. And the more you see, yes, this makes sense, and the more you start doing these things, the more you will see how wonderful life is. That no matter what they do, you will laugh at them because they are a joke. You will not let the same things continue to plague you that was plaguing your parents, because you're going to change that dynamics and you're going to change it very quickly. That is what I'm saying to you, my people. I know that is the truth because I live it every day. It is nice to just feel free from all that burden that I was carrying. It is a wonderful place to be. So I'm saying, if you want to set yourself free, let's do it together. Let's restore the mind of our people. But first, restore your own mind. Start to listen to yourself. Start to think for yourself. Start to realize that no answer is outside of yourself. It is all here. But it's only the brainwash education that they are giving to you that is causing you to keep looking outside of yourself for the answer. You cannot find peace outside of yourself. It is here that you find peace. No one can give that to you. You have to come to that place. And once you accept that place, then everything in your life will start to calm down. All the stress, all the anxiety, all of these things. But first, you must learn to let go of who you think you are and accept who you truly are. We are afraid to accept it. I don't want to be an African. I don't want to have nothing to do with Africa. What did Africa do to you? Oh yeah, they helped the soul. Listen, accept the truth and then you will know the truth. Accept the truth and then you will know the truth. And my people, that's within you. The truth is going to become like a ever-flowing river or a ever-flowing stream, because you will not lie to yourself anymore. You will always tell the truth. You will not have anything to hide from anyone. You will just live the way of truth. Just like you see all those animals out there, they're not hiding anything from anyone. They're just doing what they're supposed to do and being who they're supposed to be. When we reach to that place, it will be a wonderful thing and a wonderful time. I can promise you that. So all of the facade, all of the makeup, and all of the things that you think you need, that you're wasting your hard-earned energy on, the little that they continue to pay you, which you know that your worth is far superior and greater than that, because there is no price that one could pay for who you are. There's no money that can buy you. But we think and we allow them to say, yeah, you know, this is my price. You go to a job and they tell you, I'll pay you $12 an hour, and you accept it and think that it is something great. It is nothing great. No. You worth far more than that, and you know it within yourself. But the reason why you can't reach that place, that when you go to someone and they say, how much you want to make an hour? You see, then you're going to tell them, say, listen, this is how much you're going to pay me. This is how much you're going to pay me. Because I'm the one who is here to run things. I'm the one who is here to make the wheel turn. And either they accept it or they say, okay, and then you just move on. Because you know, when you can look them in the face and know that what you're saying is the truth, it's all over. You will decide your own destiny and you will live. You will live who you truly are. And I'm telling you, there's not a happier place in life. There is not. You will realize that all the things that you were chasing is basically fool's gold. That's what it was. Because I'm telling you, you see all that sickness and all those pills that many of us is taking, we will stop taking them. We will clean up our bodies and we will start to say, yes, I feel better. I have no more arthritis. I have no more diabetes. I don't have no high blood pressure. I don't have none of these things anymore. I'm telling you, it's amazing when you start to accept yourself and start doing these things, the changes that you will make and the things that you will see. You will be amazed, my dear brothers and sisters. I'm telling you, you know. So it is truly always a grand pleasure to be here. You know, it's it's an upliftment to sit here and reason with my people, as always, you know. And I'm just here to enlighten you. I'm just here to show you that there is way more to you than you know. But this acceptance of yourself, it is going to lead you there. I promise you, you will never be disappointed. Is what I'm saying. Never. So I thank you guys, really, my dear brothers and sisters out there who have tuned in and who are listening at this moment. And I say to you, share these thoughts with your friends. Share these thoughts with your family. Those who you care about. Sit down and go over these things with them. Talk to them about these things. Is what I'm saying. And when you do that, you're going to see a lot more, and you're going to see that life is wonderful, even though you're living in a corrupt system. But all of that will change as long as we continue to do what we must do, is acceptance of self and loving of self and knowing of self. And that is the truth. And that is what's going to set you free, my dear people. So I said, true love and prosperity to all my people. I ask the ancestors to always guide you in your ways, and I ask the universe to always turn in your favor. So I say, peace, love, and prosperity, my people, in a real way. And this is coming from a place of truth.